Lord have mercy, y'all. Um, wow, that's all I can say is wow. I have no idea what happened. We we had that game. Like I don't know. I got nothing. 28-27 at home, lost to the Steelers. This was one of the most this was like this is the hardest loss I can remember because like we had this game. I mean, we had this game. We beat ourselves. We left so much out on the field. I don't think the Steelers beat us. Like I can't sit here and watch this game and say like, okay, yep, we just we lost fair and square. Like guys, that was really hard to fucking watch, y'all. Let's get to some of these chats here. Let's go. Cap says, "How does Johnny jump?" That I don't know. Like that's they're not going to snap it, and you see Mike Tomlin on screen say, "Don't snap it, don't snap it." They're obviously not snapping it. You don't move. You do not like that is the I don't know. How do you jump? I know you're a rookie. You could put me out there for that play. I'm not even kidding. My ass is not moving. My hand is in the dirt. I'm not going anywhere. How do you lose? How do you jump there? How do you jump? I have no idea, y'all. I have no idea. People are coming in the live, joining the chat. Appreciate y'all. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button while you're here. Drop your thoughts in the chat, and I'm gonna read them off, y'all. This one's hard. I know he's a rookie, but man, it is his job to know better. Like it's common sense. Like you know they're not running the ball, and even if they do, like don't be the guy that is the reason why the game's over. And I hate that for Newton because he's been really good lately. Like I know he's a rookie, but still, man, you know, like he knows. Oh man, Doug says Ben St. Juice to the bench. I'm done. I'm done with him too, man. I am beyond done with St. Juice. The the penalties. What is it? 6 PIs now this season. The blown coverages. The Mike Williams touchdown, and he just got there this week. Bro, you let Mike Williams blow past you? Are you kidding me? He has like one good leg. Guys, what did we just watch, y'all? I'm still trying to process everything because we didn't get beat by the Steelers. I promise y'all we didn't. Like we're better than them. We are better than the Steelers. Like what we just saw, I don't know, man. That shit. Mm-mm. Ben St. Juice is so bad. Awful. Garbage. Doug says we only have one reliable wide receiver. I agree. Like Noah Brown comes so clutch sometimes. I mean he comes clutch a lot, but can you like really like depend on him to be that wide receiver too? Like who's the other person outside of Terry that's really like threatening defenses? Nobody. Nobody. And this is why we were linked to like looking at wide receivers and there was none out there that really moved the needle for us. Like Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, like guys, we have to add whether it's T Higgins or we draft somebody like Trey Harris, Luther Burden, whoever. We have to like add an outside guy who can have like that Jamar Chase effect that can just take the top off of a defense. Like we can't just rely on Terry. 113 yards on 5 catches for Terry. Like he had a good game. Whew, man, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. This one's tough. Marshawn, if you are out there, please heal up. Marshawn Lattimore, man. We need him Thursday. We need him Thursday. Nico says that was heartbreaking. That was at home, y'all. This was like the big game. This was the big test to like show we are for real, that we can hang with these good teams. And going into this, I was going to say, look, guys, like this is the NFL. The Saints beat the Falcons. The Patriots smacked the Bears. The Vikings barely beat the Jags. Like it's the NFL. Good teams put away good teams. And I had this whole spiel ready to go. Kansas City blocked the field goal to beat Denver to stay unbeaten. I had this whole thing ready. Like, guys, we did it. We beat the Steelers. Like, but we beat ourselves, man. We left so much out there, man. Zach Ertz dropping ones, like, and coming a yard short at the end there. First off, the spot was terrible, but regardless, he didn't get it. He was like inches short, and man, I don't like. He's a vet, so like he knows the situational awareness. He knows the field. He knows where he has to go. There's just so many drops. McCaffrey dropped one. Brown dropped one at the end. Olamide had his worst game. 2 muff punts. We lost one with him. He was dropping stuff. He was like, I don't know, man. And I'm not going to sit here and say Jaden had the best game like either, like 17 for 34, 202. He was a little rattled at times. Like the pressure was getting there. And then even when the pressure wasn't there, he was kind of missing some throws. Early in the game, he started settling down into the first half. Beginning of the second half started going good. And then he missed a couple of the throws right there near the end of the game and made some big ones too. That bomb to Terry had, 2 big plays to Terry really helped us out. But even Jaden like didn't have the best game. The offensive line was moving around. Biotish got hurt. We know Wiley didn't play. Coleman was getting worked by Highsmith. It was just an overall, the penalties, the injuries, the just missed plays. And we only lost by 1. Like, I don't know if I should be mad about that, if I should say, okay, if we don't play that bad, we win this game. I should feel good about that. But I don't, because we lost. Oh, my gosh. You see Pickens getting 2 feet in, let Russ cook. Pickens is good, man. He feisty out there. He's a weird dude. The whole diving, stiff arm thing, I don't get him. He's weird, but he's a dog, man. Pure headache of a game. Like, I legit have a headache. I just popped some Aleve just now. Like, I legit got a headache from watching this game. It's like, I'm so glad you said that because I legit have a headache from watching that. Eliminated worst game ever. And the Giants game, he even had some like bad punt catches and stuff. It just makes me nervous back there. And as soon as he muffed the first one, I was like, oh God, here we go. We know the Steelers have the best special teams in the NFL. And even with Zane, like, shout out to Zane, man. He made his kicks. He did what he had to do. Tress was putting his ass off, but everything else, special teams wise, just wasn't good. We had a couple nice like tackles on special teams, like Percy and Reeves had good plays, but outside of that, man, it's just, how do you jump, man? I don't know. One fucking job, don't move, stay still. St. Juice has to go. 6 PIs this year. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. It's either 5 or 6. I want to say it's 6 though. How do you have 6 PIs? The refs go into a game knowing who you are, and they shouldn't. You're not Sauce Gardner. You're not all these other big name guys. And it's no offense to St. Juice, but refs are going into this game just saying, okay, this St. Juice guy is handsy, he's grabby, he's physical, he gets PIs all the time. We're going to watch him closely. And it seems like he's almost averaging 1 a game. How does this happen? Even when the defense is making big plays, like shout out to Jeremy Jen. Shout out to Jeremy Jen. This dude's on a prove-it year, and he's playing better than anybody on defense. Him and Sainristil are the 2 best players in this game. Quan Martin had that big rip out at the 1-yard line. Massive. Still lose the game. Chin has the interception. What happens? Nothing. Like, this is the first time I could say, like, the defense actually made some big-time plays. They didn't play perfect by any means, but they got the turnovers. They made big plays, and we still just didn't get the job done. This is on the offense and the defense. And honestly, I want to say it's more so on the offense. How much are we missing B-Rob this game? How much does having B-Rob in this game help Washington out? Like, Eckler, 13 carries, 44 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had the 2 touchdowns. That's great. He had some big-time plays. But outside of that, like, we just didn't run the ball. Let's take a look at the stats. We were 5 for 14 on third downs. You're not going to win a game going 5 for 14 on third downs. You're not going to get a win when you get these big-time turnovers and do absolutely nothing with it. Alamide's lost us the game. You can say it was just him, but it was more than just him. Yeah, the muff punt was awful. He missed some catches too, but man, feeling sucks. Absolutely. Defense was bad. Offense and defense were both bad. I can't sit here and say, oh, this one guy cost. as a whole team, we played bad, man. We played bad. And we actually didn't convert the fourth downs in the game. That was our first one of the season, by the way. First fourth down conversion of the season that we did not convert. So we are now, 11 for 12. 5 for 14 on third downs. That is an ugly number. Ugly. We had 60 rushing yards. The Steelers had 140. The Steelers, you want to know how we lost the game? The Steelers had the ball for 36 minutes. We had it for 23 and a half. The Steelers had the ball for 36 minutes. We had it for 23 and a half, and we lost by 1. The Steelers had 172 passing yards. We had 182, so we had a little bit more. But they ran the ball more than us, had the ball way longer than us, had the same amount of penalties than us, had more turnovers than us, and we lost by 1. I don't know. I don't know, man. Doug says Ertz has no feel for the sticks at all, and he usually does. But that one, what was it, second down? It was like second 11, second and 12, not the last drive, but like the second last drive, where it looked like he caught it like in a slant across the middle, and he just drops it. And then it goes to Eckler on the outside. He almost picks it up. He was like a few yards short. How do you drop that, man? I mean, Ertz was targeted a ton today. What was it, 8 or 9 times? Let me look at the box score. Receiving, Noah Brown had 7 targets. Zach Ertz had 8 targets and only 4 catches for 31 yards. Terry caught 5 of his 6. Noah Brown, 3 of his 7 for 33. He had some big time drops. The one where he had to come back, and who was it? Pierre, like, hit him a little early. First off, that could be PI. It was pretty freaking close. But how do you, like, it still hits him right in the chest. How do you miss that, Noah? That was big. Like the last drive, there were so many different things. And then also some play calling that I didn't like. Some little screens and stuff like this. And I get it, the Steelers. Like, I get where you're coming from, because the Steelers are a big time, like, D-line pressure, linebacker pressure. They even bring some corner blitzes. So you're like, okay, we can call a screen, which is what you want to do against blitzes. But they're blitzing to the screens. Like, they read it out to where the line's going, where, like, Eckler's going to go. They read it out and they blitz to where it's just so much traffic. Jaden just has to throw it in the ground, or he runs outside and throws it away and gets hit. So, like, I wasn't too big on the play calling either, in certain situations, but other times the plays were there and it was either a bad throw, or we were getting drops, or we were getting penalties. Like, we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot. And it seemed like right before the end of the second half and then starting the third quarter, we're like, okay, offense is settled in. We did what we had to do. And now we're playing, Washington football, which is crazy to say. And it seemed like things were going well. And then just completely lost it after that. Just completely. I mean, we had the game at that point. When we scored beginning of the third quarter, we had that. Like, that was it. When Jeremy McNichols had that 1-yard rushing touchdown, we went up 14. I mean, we were up 24-14. I was like, this is it. Now we just have to just keep doing what we've been doing. We're still getting turnovers in the second half, and we still lose the game. How? Like, make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. That to me, that was one of the hardest ones to watch, man. St. Juice must go. And, like, we're going to talk about it. If Marshawn plays Thursday, first off, Mike Sainristil is an absolute dog. I love Mike. I would do anything for Sainristil. At this point, I'm not even kidding. Start Marshawn on the outside and start Mikey on the other side on the outside and put Noah Igbenogany in the slot, because he's actually been pretty decent when he's in the slot. And the one time where Pickens had that crazy, like, leaping touchdown catch, Noah was in the slot, and it was actually really good coverage, but you can't do anything on it. It was a weird placed ball, and he's, like, contorting his body and jumping up in there. It's just a crazy catch by Pickens. So, like, I'm not even mad at him on that. But if you're that big of a liability, you just can't play him. And I get it. Like, oh, he creates forced, like, incompletion. I don't care. Because these penalties have to stop. These giving up touchdowns, it has to stop. We need the Eagles to lose to the Cowboys, because as of right now, we're second in the NFC East. Now we dropped from first because we're 6. I mean, we're 7-3, and the Eagles are 6-2. Ertz after the catch. I mean, he's not who he used to be. Like, I get it. But just big time drops and big time misses by Ertz for the first time this season. And honestly, it went for everyone except Terry, honestly. Like, everyone outside of Terry could have played much better today. Jaden could have played better. Ertz could have played better. Noah dropped that one late. Alameda could have played way better. McCaffrey played pretty good, but he had that one drop that was defended. Everyone. I mean, O-line could have played better. Like I said, Coleman, he had a rough outing. Alex Highsmith was in the backfield way too much. And I get it. He's a rookie. He's been great up until this point. I thought we did a great job on TJ Watt until like the last few minutes of the game. He didn't even have a tackle in the game. I don't think he finished with one. But like, Watt wasn't doing anything until like the last 2-3 minutes of the game. Like, it didn't even look like he was out there. It was just Highsmith. And they were bringing corner blitzes and some linebacker blitzes and stuff like that. Rock City Posse said the receivers had too many drops. And absolutely, like I said, I read off the targets and I read off the catches. Some of them are missed throws. But outside of Terry, 3 catches on 7 targets for Noah Brown, 4 on 8 for Ertz, 1 on 3 for McCaffrey, 1 on 3 for Alameda. And then Diami dropping that touchdown. I know we still scored, but my God, Diami, you have to catch that. Like, how do you not catch that? And thank God we did score, because if not, that's all I would be talking about right now is that one play, which I still kind of want to, because that's the worst drop I've ever seen. Wow. Let's get to some more of these chats, y'all. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and blow up the chat. This one is hard to talk about, but we got to talk about it. Thank God this wasn't like the Eagles or an NFC team, because I'd be even more like defeated right now. Like, this was awful, man. And I know our fans show up too, and I want to say this. It was noticeably loud for the Steelers fans on TV. I know that's like the most traveled fan base probably in the NFL. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers, y'all. But their fans, oh my God, it was loud. It was loud, and like their presence was known. And I know like what you see on the broadcast, that backside's the away side. But my God, man, them Steelers fans were everywhere. I didn't see many burgundy towel. Like, I didn't. Wow. Will Dick said Jaden had so many passes dropped, only Terry McLaurin could catch today. Not wrong at all. Steelers Nation is here. Hey, shout out to y'all, man. Your fan base is awesome. I've been saying this. I love the team. I love the roster y'all got. Mike Tomlin's one hell of a coach. I still think we're better than the Steelers. And we should have won that game. Straight up. But, hey, honestly, damn good game by the Steelers. Can't say anything bad. George Pickens, 5 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown. Mike Williams having the 1 catch on his 1 target, and it ended up being a touchdown. Like, you can't make it up. You can't make that up. And it being on St. Juice, you can't make that up. But, like, outside of Pickens, Mike Williams, 1 catch. Jalen Warren, 2 catches. Calvin Austin, 2 catches. Pat Muth, shout out to Muth, Penn State, 3 catches. Darnell Washington, 1. They don't have receiving threats. So how? I know we scored 27 points on them. They were averaging 14 going into the game, which is unheard of. They're only giving up 14 points a game. Out of their 8 games before this one, 14 points a game. We dropped 27 on them. So, like, cool. But it wasn't enough to get it done. Man. Abel says JD threw some overpasses, the one to Luke. Yeah, like I said, there was times in the game where I'm like, Jaden has to settle in. The pressure was getting there, but then even when it wasn't, it's like he was kind of like preparing for pressure that wasn't there. And then also like a little bit of miscommunication. Like there was that one to Noah Brown. It's like a seam route where he kind of wanted him to sit in the zone, but Noah kind of ran his route a little bit more. So it was like behind him a little bit. I'm not sitting here saying Jaden had a terrible game. He didn't. It's just that wasn't the Jaden we have seen the last few weeks. That's not the Jaden we know. Like we know Jaden can play better than that. Was it on drops? Sure. Was it on the offensive line play and injuries? Sure. Was it on penalties? Sure. But also Jaden has to play better than that. And And that's okay. Like I said, we know he's better than that. That is the best defense we'll see all season. Like, even if we go to the playoffs, I don't see us facing a defense of that caliber. That, in my opinion, they're a top 2 defense in like almost every category. Like, it's like that defense is crazy. They're all over the place, and we were still getting ours on them. We were still getting big plays on them. Tomlin was helping us out with the fake punt, like giving us good field position, getting the touchdown, like getting that momentum. But it's like once we got momentum, a couple of times in the game outside of that, like after the fake punt, the touchdown, we didn't really do anything. The Quan Martin like fumble that Jeremy Chin recovered, didn't really do anything with it. Like we had a punt. The Jeremy Chin interception, like didn't do anything with it. Like it's just we gave them too many opportunities. Like straight up, we gave them too many opportunities. The Talk Heavy podcast said St. Juice lost the game. I mean, he had a big part of it. Like I'd say half the pie goes to St. Juice. The loser pie, St. Juice gets half of it. Penalties, which he's involved with too, is a big part of it. Man, it's just we need another corner. We need a number 2 wide receiver that can take the top off of a team. I guess like more depth at offensive line. Like, I don't know. Like honestly, Scott wasn't bad today. But it's just like these injuries and this week 14 bye thing pisses me off, man. Why do we keep getting a week 14 bye? Beatrice was injured. He went back in. Lucas is hurt. Wiley's hurt. I mean, we're just banged up. B-Rob's hurt. Like, I mean, we just have too many injuries. Kicker's hurt. Like, this week 14 bye week stuff absolutely sucks. I'm looking at my phone just because I'm looking at Dan Quinn's press conference. He said the missed opportunities sting the most. Absolutely, they do. There were so many missed opportunities in this game. Cam said everybody dropping balls. Everybody was dropping them. I had to get some water to get rid of this headache, slight hangover, and just watching this game. Awful. Jaden missed Luke at the end there. I have to go back and watch it to see exactly what he missed. I'm going to watch the all 22. Honestly, when I rewatch a game, I watch the all 22 because I want to see everything, like what's going bad. Might as well pull me in the film room. Boy, did offense suck today. Kudos to that D. The D, I mean, had their moments though. Like outside, it's like honestly, if you take St. Juice out of it, I think the defense played good. The run game still 140 rushing yards, inexcusable. Like those are ugly numbers. 140 rushing yards, that's not allowed. No. And we've been doing that for the last weeks now. Like 5 weeks. We've been giving up like over 100 rushing yards. Like, well over. Like, and that was like my key to the game. Don't let them run the ball on us and take up all this time. And look at the time difference, y'all. It's ugly. How did our stadium get taken over? We're 7-2. So I will say I know a lot of well, I don't want to speak for everybody. And there were a lot of fans that were selling the tickets because of the price. And I mean, if you're a season ticket holder, like they're super cheap if you don't buy the game. So if you're reselling your ticket like on a third party app or something, you're making a good amount of money off of it. I still think there was a good bit of Washington fans, but I think it's like 50-50, which is not good. And like I said, the Steelers are the Steelers. They're a, storied franchise, face of this league. The terrible towels, the fan base. I mean, one of the best fan bases in the league. They travel. When these tickets went on sale before the season, they jumped to this. It's not far. No one expected us to be good. I mean, maybe it's because I've been to DC so many times that I don't really want to travel to DC. Like, if I'm a football fan, it doesn't really excite me. But if you've never really been here, I guess it does. But this is a game that they had circled before the season started. Like, we want to go to that one. This is one we feel good about winning. And they won. It's like, I can't be mad at them. Quinn said he knew it was going to be a tough game. Played out probably like I thought in terms of Pittsburgh would attack, like physicality, stuff like that. But once again, just said the missed opportunities. And missed opportunities are killer, man. So frustrating, y'all. Like I want to be so negative. I want to just, cuss this team out but there's so much. Like I said, I can't just say St. Jude's cost the game. With the Newton jump, with the drops, with the penalties, with St. Jude's, there was so much that you could put this game on. It was just a game where Washington beat themselves, like straight up. Let me see what else we got here, y'all. Pittsburgh got more history. I mean, they do. JD5 ran the ball like twice. He literally ran it 3 times for 5 yards. So we just didn't want to run him. Which, once again, if you got TJ Watt, Highsmith, Patrick Queen, Cam Hayward in the middle, I really don't want him running that much anyways. He was already getting hit a good bit. Let's see what we got. Zach Ertz doesn't need to be in the game unless it's a goal line jumbo set. I don't know. I feel like up until now, he's been good. It's just today with the drops and that 4th down, man. Like I said, it was a bad spot first off. It was a terrible spot. They spotted him a whole yard short of where he even called it. Even with his knee down, they spotted it a whole yard. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But he was still short by inches. He needs to know where the sticks are. You got to catch that thing and fall back, son. This whole going forward and falling on your knees. You're not at the line. You are not at the first down marker. Oh, man, this is a tough one. Let's see. We proved that we can hang, but we are not ready for championship ball, and that is okay. This is a great game to learn from. I agree. This showed that we can hang and we can beat good teams, and the Steelers are a good team. Straight up. That defense is insane. Their offense really does not worry me. Pickens is going to get his licks. But even outside of that, they don't scare me at all. The Mike Williams touchdown should not have happened. Should not have happened. Man. This game, this would be so much better if we won this one because we'd be saying, oh, we proved that we are good. We proved, but we can't because people are going to say, oh, but you lost to Steelers. You couldn't beat the Steelers. So you're not that team that you say you are. I still think we are. I still think we are a good team. I still think we are a playoff team. And when Marshawn gets on the field, it is going to be a different team. He's that good. You're people are going to want to say, it's one player. It doesn't fix everything. It might not fix everything, but it fixes a whole lot. It fixes a lot. I mean, St. Jude should not be on the field. And I try to not be critical of certain players because y'all have seen me get in a fight with Cam Curl on Twitter. Y'all remember that? We went at it. I try to not be like that. I try to be professional. But damn, it's hard. It's not easy. I still want to be for real. I still want to be honest and brutally honest. St. Jude just cannot start. He cannot start. If he is a depth guy and he has to play in place of somebody getting hurt, or he has to come in on certain situations, whatever it may be, that's fine. But St. Jude cannot start, y'all. I honestly think it could be Marshawn on the outside, Sanderson on the outside, and Noah Igbenogany in the slot. It would not surprise me because Mikey Sanderson is a dog. He is a dog. And shout out to Chen, man. 1-year prove-it deal. He's beyond proved it. I would have no problem if they went ahead and said, hey, we're going to sign him to a 2-3 year deal because he's still not that old at all. I would be totally fine with that. Ertz didn't fight for it. He didn't. Terry getting caught by Porter was crazy. And Porter's not fast, but he's so long and lengthy. I thought he was gone. I thought he scored. And that reminded me, remember back in the Eagles games, early in his career where he would take these slants across the middle. It was like that. And he would take it to the crib. He did 2 or 3 times against the Eagle in his first 2 or 3 years with us. And that's what those plays look like. And as soon as I saw a play, I'm like, that's exactly what I thought of those Eagle games where he would catch a slant and just book it up and he would score. But it's he just ran out of gas. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. Terry is good. Terry is Terry. Terry's wide receiver 1. But we need a guy who can be wide receiver 1B on the outside, like a T. Higgins. Or just draft that dog in the first round. Like I said, like a Trey Harris out of Ole Miss would be phenomenal here. There's some wide receivers I really like. I just don't want to get like some middle of the pack free agent, you know? I want a legit guy because that could be the future too. I don't want some older guy. Like I said, T. Higgins is still young. I want someone that's going to be here for a while because Terry, he is getting old. It doesn't feel like we've had him that long, but we have, y'all. But I want a wide receiver for the long haul. That's kind of why I wanted Brandon Ayuk because he's so young. But man, y'all, we need an outside wide receiver opposite of Terry that can just take the top off of the defense. Like these little short throws to Lamade and Noah Brown and McCaffrey and Ertz. Like you can only do that so much. Let Jaden rip that thing deep to someone other than Terry. And we've seen it. He can do it. We know Jaden can do it. He has the prettiest deep ball out of any rookie right now. And it's up there with the entire league. Deep ball accuracy and touch by Jaden is a thing of beauty. But outside of Terry, who's going deep? Nobody. No, Brown's not going deep unless it's the Hail Mary. Alameda Zacchaeus is not going deep. Luke McCaffrey, maybe I can see some deep crossers and stuff like that. But who else is going deep? Diami? Hell no. I'm revoking Diami's card today after dropping that. You don't deserve long route, some 9 routes on the outside. If you're dropping balls like that in the end zone, we were wide open. And I know we still score, but still, I don't care. I'm revoking access to his card today. Man. Horrible way to lose. At least the Caps won. Caps are an absolute wagon right now, y'all. Shout out to the Caps. I'm going to try to go to the Caps game. I think they're playing the Rangers when I'm in town. I'm going to the Titans game, and I think they play the Caps. Is it like a Friday or something like that? I don't know. I can't remember. I have to look it up. So I'm going to try to go to Caps games, but the Caps are a wagon right now. So at least we have that. I'm not a Wizards fan. I'm a Grizzlies fan, so I do not care about the Wizards at all. St. Juice trash. If Lattimore is 70%, please play him. I don't know if he's hurt. I really don't want him out there to get hurt even more. We needed this loss. I trust the team will use this as a huge growth opportunity. And I agree. Especially if you look at how we were after that Ravens loss, we looked like a completely different team. So I'm glad you said that, man. I'm not glad we lost, but if I knew, if someone said, "Hey, Josh, you're going to lose. How's it going to be?" I would want it to be like this. This feeling sucks. You should not be okay with losing this way. You should be pissed off. The fans should be pissed off. The players should be pissed off. The coaches should be pissed off. Adam Peters should be pissed off. Josh Harris should be pissed off. Everyone involved should be pissed off at how we lost this game because this was a very winnable game. But it's not like we got blown out where it's just like, hey, guys, we fucking suck. We are not good. This was guys, we are good, but we can be better. We left so many points on the field. We left so many points. We left so many missed opportunities. Even on defense, we missed some big opportunities. There was a time they were running the ball on us, and we could not stop them. Once again. Losing sucks. But I'm telling y'all, if I had to lose away, it's like this. Because, like you said, man, this is one that they can learn from. Officiating in the NFL is worse than any sport. It's, in fact, it happens every year. They keep letting it happen. That's why a lot of people dump out after a while. It is bad. I mean, basketball is just as bad. Basketball is so spotty. But, man, I get it. The league is so flag happy. College is, too. It's a mess. Jaden had Trent at tackle. I'd be scared too, but he really didn't do bad. He got away with a holding on TJ Watt in the end zone. Was it the second last drive before Tress had to punt? But outside of that, TJ Watt wasn't doing anything. It was all Highsmith over there by Brandon Coleman, who's going to get better. He's been great, but Highsmith is a high level player, man. Highsmith is so freaking good. Their whole D-line, honestly, is good. Cam Hayward was getting his own, too. It's just, man, that defense is legit. And our offense looked like it. But we still put up 27 points on them. They are averaging 14 points a game before they play us. We put up 27 on them. And that defense is legit, man. Downey played really bad. Absolutely did. Let me get some more of these comments down here. I'm about to skip over some. St. Juice's dumpster juice. That was a first down. I'm telling you, man, it was a bad spot, but I still don't think he got it. I still think he was like inches short. But a whole yard short, that was terrible by the refs. Ugly by the refs. That was awful. But I still think he was inches short. So wait, we're not going to talk about St. Juice being 15 yards off. Yeah, I mean, no. That touchdown to Mike Williams should never happen. How do you let Mike Williams with 1.5 legs run past you like that? How do you jump off sides? No clue, man. 1 point. I know. 1 point. What's going on, Marcus? So JT drops and muffs and lost by 1 point mean one thing. Bring in the postseason and finish strong. Marshawn, man, please get healthy, bro. Please get healthy, man. I have a Massage Envy membership. If you need to use a credit, let me know. I know the trainers are helping you out, but man, if you need a 60-minute session, I know some people back home at the Massage Envy that can get you some extra work on that hammy, bro. We got to get you out there. Hey, I love JPJ, but that was his worst game. He's going to bounce back. Yeah, that was a bad game. Like, even my friends that are Steelers fans, like, holy smokes, that's a bad JPJ game. And I love Joey Porter Jr. I covered Penn State. You can't see my Penn State helmet I have over here. I got to talk to Joey Porter Jr. I got to watch him a lot that year he was coming out with his injury and stuff like that. I got to just cover him and really scout him for 2 years. I am a big Joey Porter Jr. fan. I wish he'd be in Washington. That would have been great. Him and Marshawn Lattimore with Samer still in the slot would feed families. What's going on, Ronald? Appreciate you coming by the chat. See you pop up in here all the time. St. Juice definitely cost us the game and too many drops. We got robbed. But we shot ourselves in the foot. So we got robbed, but then we robbed ourselves as well. We can't sit here and act like we played good enough to win that game. We played good at times, but just too many drops, too many missed opportunities. We still robbed ourselves. I still don't think that was a first down at the end. It was not as short as they said it was. Time for St. Juice to get some burn. I love Ben. Got his jersey hanging up over there, y'all. I love Ben. I would love to see more Ben. Not James' best game. Overthrew a wide open Luke. Yeah, that was a tough one. He missed a couple throws, but everybody's got to bounce back, man. This is a game where you just have to get better at. Absolutely have to get better at. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot more going to show out on Thursday. St. Juice is horrible on both press and release. Press man, bail, off coverage, everything. I don't see. And it's crazy because St. Juice has like the perfect corner build. Like, he's big, he's physical. Like, he just does not trust his technique. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with his build. It has nothing to do with his size. It just comes down to technique. Good thing we have a short week, I guess. Are we going to be healthy? That was a physical game, y'all. That was a physical game. And we saw that with like Biotish getting banged up. Guys are getting banged up on both sides or on both teams. That was a physical. That is exactly what I expected this game to be like. I just thought we were going to come out on top, and we should have. That's a tough game. And then you have to turn around on a short week and go to Philly. Y'all, me and Rio are going to do our preview show on Tuesday, by the way. I already have it on the live, ready to go. So if you look at the channel, you'll see it there. Set a notification on that. Since it is a Thursday game, we will be going live Tuesday. Those streams always blow up. That is the biggest thing we do on my channel, honestly. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Follow along. Those streams blow. I think the last one we had like 1,000 people live. It was nuts. Always a good time. If you know me and Rio, we always act up on here. We're going to talk our shit, but we're going to be real too. Horrible spot. St. Juice. I mean, it's the same 3 or 4 stuff, y'all. I agree with y'all. Why Newton jumped on that. That's day one defense, not to jump on that play, and he did in 1 second. So, like, your one job, like, not to jump. I have no idea. But even if he did jump and we lose that game, St. Juice, the drops, the opportunities, y'all. And it's just, and Dan Quinn's been saying in his press conference, from what I'm reading, we had every opportunity to win that game, and we decided not to. See, Juice Talk. Mike, a rookie, has started playing DB and he's better than Juice. Mike looks like a 5-year vet out there, y'all. I love Mike Sainristil. My GOAT, Nick Saban, said that was the best defensive player in the draft. He actually was the best player in the draft, like overall, which is crazy, but he looks amazing. Brian said Jaden looked like a rookie today. This was definitely one of Jaden's worst games, with, the misses, but he did have some drops too. But like I said, this is still a really good defense. This is still a really good secondary, good pass rush. I mean, there's no weak holes in this Steelers defense. None. There's honestly not one guy. Like, they are good at everywhere. Well coached. They're all over the field. They attack. They're aggressive. We still got some licks on them. That pass to Terry on JPJ's head was so good. It was so good. I might just watch that like 100 times to cope on this one. It was so good. Jaden did good. All these receivers need to catch the ball. Not mad at it. Like I said, Jaden still did miss a couple throws, but once again, I'm not going to sit here and say it was a terrible game. Jaden needs to step up. Yeah, Jaden does need to be better. But as a whole, the wide receivers, man. Noah Brown, Luke McCaffrey, Lamedy Zaccheaus, and De'Ami Brown. De'Ami Brown had 2 catches for negative 13 yards and a drop touchdown, by the way. His longest was negative 2 yards. How is that even a possible stat? What's going on, Davidson? St. Juice has to be deported back to Canada Football League. Hey, not mad at it. DeMarco Johnson said wide receiver tight end can't drop the ball. Cliff had his times too. He did. Cliff did. But then he would come back with something. That little, like, De'Ami, speaking of De'Ami, that throw, it's where you're supposed to throw back to Jaden. That was something from early in the season that we missed on. We did it once and it worked. I forgot who we played it, but I think we tried it week 1 against the Bucs, and we did it again like soon after. I don't like that play. I don't like the whole throw it to De'Ami and let him throw it across the field back to Jaden. I'm not with that play. I think you should just scrap that one. Don't try to get cute. We had a 24-14 lead on them. I feel like we should have, had our foot on their necks, and defense was making plays. Defense got 2 turnovers, and we couldn't do anything with it. We started doing some cute shit. Like, I don't know. It was, ugh. Oh my gosh, y'all blowing up the chat right now, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let me jump down to some of these and catch up. Terry doesn't have his 4.3 speed anymore. He doesn't, and that's okay. Like I said, that slant across the middle really did remind me of like the Eagles plays where he was doing that. He just doesn't have that anymore. Giving up Montez for Newton was wild. We didn't really give up Montez for Newton. Newton plays on the inside. Newton's going to be fine, y'all. Like, I'm pissed at him for jumping because that's like the worst mistake you can make. But Newton's going to be fine. Like, I'm excited for his future. I'm not going to sit here and say, get rid of him. I had someone say, like, cut him, bench him, whatever. Like, guys, first off, that is a terrible mistake. I get it. But no. Not at all. Terry needs support from the rest of the team to do his job best. And Terry's going to be Terry. We know what to get out of him. But I 1,000,000% agree, y'all. Is this receiving core good enough to, like, even make a run in the playoffs? I don't know. I think what we saw today was this is what this team could look like against good playoff teams. And I don't know, man. Is it good enough? Can Jaden overcome the lack at wide receiver to make things happen? And he's done it for, pretty much the whole season. There's a couple games where it's like, But can he do enough to overcome that? I don't know. That's pretty much the storyline for the rest of the season. Do we have enough firepower on offense outside of Terry to be a legit receiving threat and then be a legit team to make a playoff run? I don't know. We got to rely on Noah Brown. And I said this, I think Luke needs to be elevated to like wide receiver 3 where he's getting these reps, where he's in the progression for Lamedy Zaccheaus. Any De'Ami Brown snaps need to go to Luke McCaffrey. I think Luke should be like the third option. You go Terry, Noah Brown, Luke McCaffrey. Luke McCaffrey is open so much this year. It's just he is so far down the progressions, he doesn't get these opportunities. He needs to be taking the spot of Olamide Zaccheaus to where on these plays, even like screens and stuff like that, I think Luke McCaffrey would be great in those plays. I think he would be great. And I know Olamide's had some good moments this season too, but I'm willing to lean on Luke McCaffrey. I'm willing to lean on the young guy and see what he's got. Because he's open all the time. Like, elevate him to that wide receiver 3 spot to where he's getting those reps from Olamide Zaccheaus. I mean, because if you are going to make a run, somebody's got to step up. Would you rather see Luke McCaffrey step up or Olamide Zaccheaus? Like, who are you willing to trust more? Oh man, y'all. This one's going to be like, I'm usually excited to rewatch games, but this one's going to be tough. Tim said the Steelers aren't that good. I think they are. I think a lot of people are discrediting the Steelers team. I know, like I said, their offense is ugly, but this defense is so good. And we still hung 27 on them. I've said it a couple times now. We still hung 27 on them. Their defense is legit. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are discrediting the Steelers team. I can't wait to see the games against the Ravens. They own the Ravens all the time. I can't wait to see the Ravens Steelers games and the Bengals Steelers games. That's what we're really going to see about the Steelers team. And I think they compete for the AFC North. Don't be surprised. That defense is for real. And they have the best defensive player in the league right now. Like, TJ Watt should win Defensive Player of the Year. Now that Aiden Hutchinson's hurt. Let's see. XX Big, Germ, XX. I'm tired of seeing Ertz catch a ball short of the line. That was bad, man. And then just dropping the one. It was a second and like 12. I thought he caught it, but they show the replay and like bounces off the ground and he catches that. I'm like, oh man, this is a tough one, y'all. This is a tough one. First down or not, Ertz needs to learn how to run a fucking route and how to catch, apparently. He's second, like, highest active tight end in the NFL in catches and yards and everything else. He's a vet. Like, he knows. I just think this is one of those games where we just look back at it and like, why did we play that way against the Steelers? I think we're going to be fine. I know everyone's like down and gloomy and everything else. And Wilbur says St. Juice is no difference than Forbes. I can't say you're wrong. What's going on, Will? Said Vince needs more reps. 100% agree with you. And they said JD5 did good game, not win. Lost 27. I think Jaden still could have been better. He still missed some throws. He's gonna admit that. He's gonna say that. Doug says probably the best defense we'll play all year. Needs to get better, period. That is the best defense we'll play all year. Hands down the best defense we'll play all year. Let's look at the remaining schedule. Eagles, no. Cowboys, absolutely not. Titans, no. Saints, no. Eagles, again, no. Falcons, no. Cowboys, no. That's the hardest defense we'll see the rest of the year. Like, we have to look back at this game and say, okay, what can we do differently? And if we fix those things, we should beat a lot of these teams coming up. Eagles Thursday, that's a must win. 1,000,000% a must win. Cowboys, you have to win that one. Titans, Saints wins. Eagles, that's going to be another must win because we're the two teams competing for the NFC East. Falcons, that game's going to be whatever, depending on playoff seeds and stuff like that. And then Cowboys to end the season. We are not facing a defense even close to that Steelers defense the rest of the year. And we still put up 27 and we lost. I don't get it, man. This is going to be such a frustrating freaking loss. How does Noah Brown drop a 20-yard pass on his chest third and 9? That was hard. Who was it? Pierre got there a little early, but still, man. As a big body dude, I would have loved to see him catch that. You gotta catch that. What's going on, Murrow? Member of the channel. Join membership to support your boy and support the channel. Channel's been blowing up. November's been a massive month already for us. So appreciate all the support. We are blowing this thing up. I'm not going to be down and gloomy and say this team sucks, but there is some glaring weaknesses on this team. But I want to evaluate this team once Marshawn Lattimore gets on the field. I want to see what we look like when we get our corner one on the field. I think that helps a ton. I think it helps a ton. Is he going to be catching balls on offense, though? No. So we do need to get better. But Merle said Washington's lost 2 games when B-Rob hasn't played. Ben St. Juice is soft. And I'm glad you brought that up because he played a little bit in the Ravens game, didn't he? He scored that game. He didn't play against the Giants, but Chris Rodriguez stepped up against the Giants. Run game was a little bit better. But I think he did play in the Ravens game. He was still hurt. Maybe not. No, he didn't play in the Ravens game. I thought he did. Jeremy McNichols played. So yeah, we lost to the Ravens without B-Rob, and we lost to the Steelers without B-Rob. So you're right. We beat the Giants without him, but it's the Giants. They suck. Man. I do think we need B-Rob back big time. I think being able to run the ball the way we want to, this kind of felt like that Ravens game at times where like we just couldn't run the ball. We were just forced to throw it. Now Steelers secondary is drastically better than the Ravens game. Their team just drastically better. Could actually be a good loss to take. Depends how you look at it. That's why we needed a D-Hop during the trade deadline. I mean, that would have been freaking amazing. I just don't think they wanted to do that. Like they do want to build long term, and that's why they went after Lattimore because they have him under contract, 24, 25, and 26. And it's super affordable. So that's why it makes sense. But there was a lot of smoke with them adding a wide receiver, but they didn't like anything out there. So I trust it. But I think we've seen, the last few weeks, going back to like the Ravens game, like Panthers, Bears, Giants, even Browns, Cardinals, just like Jaden can elevate these wide receivers at times. And then we saw today when Jaden's missing throws or the wide receivers are dropping catches. It's just like LC said, literally all of them had drops today. I think Terry was the only one that didn't like actually have like a big, massive drop today. Everyone else is like, what the heck is going on? It's just miscommunication. It's just like 3 and out. Like I don't understand it. Let Luke return punts. Honestly, Steve, I was thinking Eckler because it seems like every time he touches the ball on special teams with kick returns, he does a great job. Even today he had a big return. But heck, give Luke, just put the ball in Luke's hands and see what he can do with it. People are saying, oh, Jamison Crowder, like when he gets healthy. Are you, like I said, I might get hate on this, but are you really relying on Jamison Crowder in 2024 to be your special teams return guy? Like, is that your actual like plan? I honestly hope not. Like Steve said, give Luke a chance. He's great when he gets the ball in his hands. It's just, it doesn't happen often. I don't want to see our punt returner back there ever again. Hit him in the face twice, and it wasn't even bright out. And the Giants game, he had an ugly catch. Like, I saw this coming, and I said earlier in the week, even when the kicker and stuff was out, like with Austin Seibert and Long Snapper getting sick, I was just like, special teams is going to be a struggle for us because the Steelers have the best special teams in the NFL. They block kicks, they block punts, they return things for touchdowns. They have the best special teams in the NFL. So I knew going into this game was going to be a special teams kind of game. And then once I saw the kicker out, I saw, like I said, I was sick. Like, I was just like, oh, God. Special teams could be the break. But Zane stepped up. Punts were good. It came down to punt returns were just killer. Absolutely killer. It's the small, stupid stuff. And that's what really frustrates me, y'all. B-Rob makes a huge difference. Absolutely does. When are we going to start utilizing Ben Sinnott? And we've used him as a glorified fullback. He's great in the run game. I think we'll start to see more passing game. But like before this game, Zach Ertz has been good. Like he's actually been reliable. He's been like that safe blanket for Jaden. He's been big for us before this game. And then they like Bates as like tight end too. He's been really good in the run game. Once again, he's made a couple catches like here and there. But I can't wait to see more Ben. Like I really want some more Ben. It's pretty impressive to see how different it all is when B-Rob doesn't play. 1,000,000% agree with you. I just want to check back through here because we got a ton of chats at the same time. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything critical. Nope. All right, cool. Let me get back down here. Y'all blowing the chat up. I appreciate y'all, man. Getting your voices out there during an ugly loss that we should not have lost. Jerk D says, once Jaden has real weapons next season, the defense gets theirs. The entire league better watch out. Washington has the ability to be remarkable. And we're building for long term. Everything we are doing is building for long term. Draft picks, money, Jaden being a rookie, having guys under contract. We still have to pay. Like, there's guys like Jeremy Chin and, some of these 1-year deal guys or guys that need to be paid coming up. We'll take care of that. We have the money for that. But we do have so much to build off of this team moving forward. And that excites me because this isn't just like some 1-year flash. Oh, we're not like the 49ers. We're just going to be like, oh, that window's closing. Or, oh, we're running out of money. We're good to go for a while. So that is what I like. That's what's keeping me sane. Let's see what else we got here in the chat. I'll wrap this up here soon. Against the best defense in the NFL, it's not bad. Talking about yards and stuff. We gifted them points. We did. We gave them too many chances. Gave them too many opportunities. Like, what's gonna sting the most is going back and watching the game at 24-14 and getting these turnovers and feeling like we were taking the game over, but not doing anything with these turnovers and just letting the Steelers hang around. I felt like when it was 24-14, when Nick Nichols scored, I was like, we're about to put our foot on their throat like we usually do. But the Steelers showed that they're a good team, and they fought back. And I respect it. But at the end of the day, I still think we're better than them. We are ahead of schedule. Not mad at it. He said this blows, but I'm over it already. Bring on Philly. I mean, I'm on to Philly too. Mondays is the days where I just rewatch this stuff and see what happened. And man, this is just a tough one, man. You have every right to be upset about this because we are so much better than what we showed. I just can't believe, like, the game that I saw, we lost that game by 1 point. At one point, we had 74% chance of winning, and then it just took a giant leap towards Pittsburgh. They just took all the momentum at the end. That fourth quarter belonged to them. We didn't do nothing in the fourth quarter. Like I said, we're getting turnovers and stuff. Couldn't do anything with it. They had the ball for 36 minutes. We had it for almost 24 minutes. I'll just say 24 minutes. That's crazy. They had the ball for 12 minutes longer than us. And we lost by 1. And we got 2 turnovers. That drives me nuts, man. If I'm just looking at this stat sheet, I'm like, yo, I think we win this. I think we won this game. Like, what was the score? 5 for 14 on third down. Like, that is so unacceptable. They ran 75 plays. We ran 59. They had 16 more plays than us. Wow. Third downs, controlling the clock, running the ball. Running game, 60 yards, non-existent. Austin Eckler had 44 of them on 13 carries. Non-existent. Running game, hit a couple good cuts, couple big plays, but it's just... And I know people are already talking about, like, man, we need a running back in the offseason. Like, this running back class is so good, but I don't know, man. Are y'all adding a running back in the draft? Like in the 3rd, 4th round or something? I don't know, man. Gosh, we should have won this game, man. I'm at a loss. Like, it's still settling in. I got nothing, y'all. I got nothing. It's going to be a painful rewatch. Let's go, Cap. Said Josh, those burgundy towels did nothing. I didn't even see that many. towels. I saw a ton of gold towels, man. That's so frustrating. So frustrating. I mean, I was at that Bears game, and there was a ton of Bears fans. A ton. It was probably like 60-40 Washington. This game felt like 50-50. Like, even just like looking at the broadcast and stuff. And like I said, what you're seeing is the away side of the field for those that don't know. So yeah, it was great. Steelers fans just show up. They travel. They travel well. It's a dang good fan base. Like, shout out to them. No hate towards Steelers. But man, gotta win this one, and we didn't. So, but me and Rio will be back on Tuesday. We'll break down the short week. Hopefully, we get healthy. We had some guys get hurt. Tyler Biadasz, like I said, he came back in, but even after that, he looked a little if. He had like a holding penalty. I think he gave up a Cam Hayward came up the middle on a pressure like late. So hopefully he's good. And Mike said refs did help them tremendously, but Washington shot themselves in the foot with drops and missed tackles. The Mike Williams touchdown, Ben St. Juste penalties, third down conversion sucking. Draft a running back that's not prone to injury. That's kind of hard to do. But I wish Ashton Genty would fall to us, but he's probably going to go to Dallas, and we'll have to watch him for years. But appreciate y'all stopping by the chat. Hit the subscribe and like button on your way out. Like I said, I already put up the live stream coming up on Tuesday with me and Rio. So hit the notifications on that so you get notified when me and Rio go live. But 28-27, Washington loses to Pittsburgh in a game that was winnable. It was ugly. It was physical. It's exactly what we expected. They are who we thought they were. We let them off the hook. That's honestly what I want to say. Should have won this one. But appreciate y'all as always, man. Channel's blowing up. And like I said, I'll be back Tuesday. 24 hours and we'll move on. Is that what we're giving it? Or are y'all done? Are y'all moving on already? I don't know. If the Eagles lose, it'll help a little bit. But I don't see them losing to Dallas. They're up 7-3 right now, and it's almost halftime. So appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll be all right, guys. We're still a good team. We're not going back to the sad, gloomy fan base, y'all. We're still a good team. We just got to fix this. We got to get back to our winning ways. This was easily a game we could have won. We got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. Dan Quinn, get them boys right. Locker room's going to be close. They're gonna build off of this. We're going to beat the Eagles on Thursday. I'm going to start streaming some Madden games as well. I haven't decided what day I'm going to do that yet. So drop in the chat in the comments of the video if you do watch like Madden stuff like that. I'm not the best player, but it will be entertaining. So at least we have that. I haven't decided if I'm going to do like Monday nights or like Friday nights, which is kind of like complete opposite. But I kind of just want to do like a stream of like the game coming up. So we at least have that. And like I said, it's fun. I love it. But let me know what y'all think on that. But I'm dropping a video pretty much every single day on the channel. So stay tuned. Got some big things. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.